President Trump is now threatening to send ICE agents to airports nationwide, posting on his Truth Social site tonight that ICE is ready to go on Monday. This, of course, comes as we're seeing massive lines across the country as TSA tries to manage a shortage of agents while the Department of Homeland Security remains shut down. Some airports are even taking food donations for their workers that are in need. And yet the public has become all too familiar with what a major unprecedented deployment of ICE agents can bring. Often, it's complete chaos in American neighborhoods, and that's not to mention the fact that ICE has actually already been active at airports, finding, detaining, and deporting travelers like 19-year-old Annie Lucia Lopez Belloza, who we have had on this show. So what happens if Trump makes good on this threat? Joining us now, MS Now national reporter Rosa Flores. Rosa, so good to have you. Thank you. I think this is your first time here on set with us, right? Yeah. And so you're all over the country normally, so it is a pleasure to have you here inside, not braving elements somewhere for us.
Or birds. I don't know if you watch the election coverage.
Oh, my gosh, yes. Well, such is the life of a reporter.
Yes.
But you've been doing a ton of work on Dilley lately, and we're going to get to that. But I want to start with this news from the president and get your sense from your experience of what it would mean to have a mass deployment of ICE agents in airports, essentially doing the job of TSA agents.
Well, first of all, as we were talking about, I travel and I'm at airports all the time. So just as a reporter, as a Mexican-American reporter, I immediately thought, OK, I'm going to have to take my passport and my press pass in case anything is happening at the airport. But what I got to thinking immediately was, of course, the videos that we've all seen, the aggressiveness that these ICE agents have, the actions, the enforcement actions that they've had. And then I also got to thinking, are they going to be wearing masks? Are they going to be armed to the teeth? Are they going to be sometimes in riot gear? What's actually going to be happening at airports? I mean, it's just so many questions. We, of course, don't know exactly what's going to happen at these airports, right? But are they going to actually be using that aggressive behavior, you know, at normal airports?
Well, that certainly wouldn't be a Stasi-like move or anything to have officers trying to alternately snatch people for immigration purposes and make the TSA's wheels run, which is just a complete disaster right now. That seems like a horrible, horrible idea on so many levels. But let's go to another horrible idea, which is what's happening at Dilley and how women and children are being treated. I believe we have some footage of an interview that you did with a mother there, and I want to listen to that and have you talk about what she's been going through.
¿Y cómo estuvo la situación dentro de Dilley? What was it like inside Dilley?
Ahí también hay muchas mujeres con niños de 0 años hasta 17 años, o sea, toda clase de niños y mujeres embarazadas de 8 meses, eso es lo que también me dolía. Y dentro, o sea, hay mujeres que lloraban, hay niños que lloraban.
¿Se sentía el dolor dentro?
Ajá, se sentía algo muy fuerte aquí dentro que decía, ay, ¿de qué estoy? ¿Dónde estoy?
I mean, and you can hear the horror in that woman's voice. And that's the anguish that I heard from all of the women that I interviewed. I mean, we talked to women on camera and off camera, 9 of them. Some of them too afraid to show their faces or even reveal their identities because they're just afraid. And I think what got me the most is the children, right? Because these children have a difficult time now sleeping. A lot of them were released. The Trump administration is quietly releasing families, which the Trump administration won't tell you about because they'll say that the border is closed and that there's 0 undocumented people crossing the border. It's just not true. I met individuals who had crossed the border illegally. They had been detained for a while and then they were released. But it's those kids that really break your heart because the idea that children are detained in the United States and that our taxpayer dollars are paying for this.
And corporations that run these places, they make money off of it.
A lot of money.
We've also seen some reporting that pregnant immigrant girls, some as young as 13, are being sent to a shelter in South Texas, which is a break from the norm because these girls are usually sent to ORR shelters or to foster homes. Could you talk a little bit about what's happening there?
Yeah, and I'm going to be digging into that particular facility a lot more. But there's so many concerns about the federal government detaining these women, these girls.
Yeah, children.
They're children because they're underage. They should be at ORR. And instead, they're at this facility. I've actually talked to a few contacts, and I'm not ready to report any of that stuff there. But what I can tell you is that there are so many concerns because these are high-risk pregnancies. These girls are very young. And from talking to contacts, the federal government has been releasing more pregnant women, so not girls, but women who have been detained at Dilley and at other facilities. And I was at a facility at a shelter in Laredo not so long ago where a pregnant woman had been released, and I've been in contact with that shelter, and they say that more pregnant women are being released. But some of the questions that I've heard and some of the concerns that I've heard from women who've been inside, who've been interacting with these women, is the food that's available to them. Are they having enough food? You know, some of them say that they don't have enough food, and they're eating for two. And the federal government has a responsibility to take care of these people if they're being detained. And so there's also concerns about the prenatal care that they're receiving. Are they getting the care that they need? And if you think about it, in the state of Texas, you know, there's a lot of women who are afraid that they might not even get the medical care that they need.
Rosa Flores, thank you so much. And we were so blessed to have you on set tonight.
Thanks, Rosa. Thank you so much.